Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and very well done to those people who have solved the new Sudoku hunt, 7 Wonders of the World, in the last day, a little bit more than a day. Here are the successful solvers of that. Congratulations to these people who have sent us the right answer. Quite a few wrong answers coming in now, and bad luck if your name doesn't appear. Have a little think about that final word again, maybe, if that's the case. Now, well done to those. Now, there are also a few people to round up who have recently sent us answers to Scott Strossal's incredible Tracking the Triptych Sudoku hunt, and much harder, to be fair, I think. There's no doubt about it. It was a harder hunt, and we have a few more solvers there. I think the Derpy Noodle Club is a group of 5 or so, and well done to them. Now, Scott, as I say, set a significantly harder Sudoku hunt, and that makes me a little nervous going into today, because this Thermo Sudoku is by Scott Strossal himself. He sent this to us recently saying, not sure if the picture that it creates really looks like anything, maybe a sextant or a diamond-mouthed monster. Well, I'm seeing teepees there, so that's what we're going with as a title for this one. Do have a go at it on the link under the video. The rules are normal Sudoku rules and Thermo Sudoku rules, which insist that along the marked thermos, numbers increase from the bulb to the end of a line. So that has to happen along that thermo. This will be the lowest number, and they'll go up steadily as they get to the end. Now, I've coloured 2 different types of thermo here. They're no different in terms of how they operate. It just means that when they cross, they don't interact. So this green one is quite independent of this grey one. It doesn't mean that it turns up there increasing as it goes necessarily. Obviously, where grey ones, for instance, cross in a cell, well, that number is always going to be bigger than that number, so that number is also bigger than it. So they effectively do turn as well as go across, if you see what I mean. But basically, you can just treat each line as a separate thermo. This one obviously joins in with this thermo and goes up to the end there. Those are the rules. If you were solving this in our newer software, you would find that it insists on merging these lines at the end for some reason. I couldn't get it to stop doing that, so I'm going to be solving it in the slightly older version software. Do give it a try on the link under the video though, which will go to the older version software, so that's clear. And I'm going to try it now, so let's get cracking. Now, the classic thing that I do, that Simon doesn't like to do, is to put all the candidates in on longer thermos. And he can't embarrass me into not doing this, so I'm going to carry on. Now, this is actually interesting how they interact at the top, because what I've just filled in there is 5, 6, 7, or 8 at this intersection here, but that is not actually the case. Now, first of all, it's relatively easy to see that these 2 numbers in the top row have to be different. So at the maximum, they can be 9 and 8, and that won't allow this to be 8. It's in the same box with them. So 8 is not possible there, and that brings these all down, it brings them all down 1. So you could have a 6, 5 pair here and a 7 here, etc., which is reasonably useful. It limits the degrees of freedom to 2 along the early parts of the thermometer. But the same thing actually applies, because these can't both be 4, and these can't both be 3, and these can't both be 2, and these can't both be 1. One of these 2 must be more than 4, must be at least 5. So this number can't be a 5. Those can't be 6. We've got this one down to just 1 degree of freedom now. So let's have a look at these other thermos. Now this one is going to go through that 2, 3, or 4. So again, it begins with 1, 2, or 3. Same up here. Then these now, they have to be higher than 3. And again, I'll fill it in as though we're going to the end of an individual thermo. So we can get up to 8 there, but we will see when we get to the end that if these two were 7 and 8, that's fine. That can be 9. But surely there's a but here. Maybe there isn't. Actually, okay, sorry, I will at least take 5 out of that cell. I thought I was going to get a slightly different conclusion. That can't be 5 because both of those would need to be 4 if that was the case. But I think it can be all the way from 6 to 9 at the end there. Now we've got one more set forming this green TP, if you like, that I can fill in the candidates for. They're not quite as long thermos as the grey one. 6, yeah, that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, they're going to meet at the top. And again, that top one can't be a 5 because they'd both have to be 4. Now, what can we learn from what we've had to put in here? This is the bit that Simon would probably have attempted by some smart thinking beforehand, but I like to see what the possibilities are before me so I can spot the combinations, if I can spot any at all. Tricky. 7 and 8, they couldn't be 7. Oh, they could be 7 and 8. Okay, that can be 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. It has to be bigger than 4. Same's true there. Up this middle column, I'm getting some restrictions. If I could get just something a bit more, one more cell. Let's have a look at row 6 now. So those, oh no, there's a 3 there. Okay, that's not work. Yes, of course, these two don't allow that to be a 2. Oh, and hang on, yeah, it doesn't work the same way. Those two, though, although they can be 1 and 2, that can never be as low as 2. So that has to be a 3. Right, so we can take 3 off here, 4 off those. Oh, well, that's where that runs out. Although, hang on, the same's going to apply here. This can't be 2 for the same reasons. These ends can't both be 1. So 3 or 4 there, that's right. Then these can't be 3. These can't be 4. And now this is a 5, 6 pair coming towards the top here. And this junction is a 7. The tops are 8 and 9. And we have actually got a number in the grid, some pairs. Everything else in here is 1, 2, 3 or 4. This one can't be higher than that, so it's not a 4, that's not a 1. This, I'm not going to fill in all the candidates. We know it's bigger than 2. That's not helping dramatically. Now we can take 7 out of those 3 cells. And 5 or 6 there means this can't be 5, and now we have got a triple down the middle. A 6, 8, 9 triple. Now, what else did this 3, 4 do? Am I missing some effect of that? Well, these can't both be 4 and 5, presumably, because these would both have to be 3. How does that work? That 3, 4 pair seems more helpful than I'm letting it be at the moment. I'm not quite sure how to use that. Let's see if I can use this 6, 8, 9 triple up the middle then. Everything else up the middle is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. And now 3 has gone off these cells, and that's a sextuple in row 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're the only possibilities for those 6 cells, so they must be confined to those 6 cells. This one can't be 4 or 5. Now 5 in the central column can only be in these 2, so it must be in one of them. And that means it's not in these. So they're at a minimum 6 and 7, so this can't be 6 anymore. Now 6 in the central column is confined to those 2 cells. These can't be 6. That's not so helpful. They could be 7 and 8 with a 9 here, so I can't take 7s out of these ones. Right, am I missing any other restrictions that I've effectively applied? Not sure. That's a 1, 2, 3 triple. I mean, I have a feeling, well, that's not going to be a 1, 2 double pair because of uniqueness, but I'm not going to use that technique in this puzzle. So 9 has to be in one of those 2 cells in row 6. Can't see how I can use that. These ones have to be less than 7. Both of them. It's not particularly... Is that particularly helpful? 6, 7, 8 pair and either 8 or 9 there. I can't quite see how to use that either. Right, let's just focus a bit more. One of these could be a 3, but the other must be at least 4. So this could be 4 and 5 as a pair. Then you'd have a 6, 7 pair there. 8, 9 out here. That's all possible. What's going on with those? Nothing much. Ooh, okay, this is a bit of a sticky point. I haven't done anything with this thermo, but it doesn't seem all that helpful in this puzzle to me. Can't see what to do with those either. Right, let's just have a ponder here and think about where we've got... It must be something to do again with the interactions and the kind of scissor nature of these. Ah, that's 5 or 6, so this can't... Oh, it can be 6, that could be 5. That's okay. Can this be 6? That would require these two to be 5 and 4. These two to be 4 and 3. That's not going to work. These two can't be 4 and 3, because what would happen to these 4? They'd all have to be less than 4, and there's too many of them to allow that. So this is not 6. Wow, that is complicated. So this is the only place left for 6 in the central column. That does work on this thermo. 5, 4, 3, and a 2, 1 pair at the beginning. So that's not 1 or 2 down here, which gets us some degrees of freedom removed as we carry on up there. And we're up to 7 or 8 and 8 or 9 on the ultimate cell. These now both can't be 4. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 or 8. 8 or 9. We're not getting a triple there. Oh, 4 there is looking across at this cell. Great. 5 there, 6 there. This has to... I've written in the candidates here looking the wrong way round. I do apologise for that. It's smaller than the 6. So, so 1, 2, 3 or 4 now it can't be 5. And that, yes, that does give us a quadruple in row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. So this has to be at least 5 because of that. Not 7. This can't be 6, so that's 7 or 8. That's 8 or 9, forming a pair with the central cell. So that must be 7. Good grief. That's really neat. That can't be 7 or 5 now. That can't be 5. This is more than 4 or 6. Okay, this is less than 7 though. So that's not 6, that's not 5. So 1 degree of freedom all the way up this thermometer, apart from that being a 7. That's not a 7 now, nor's this. Oh, and we've got that 8-9 pair, so this isn't an 8, and that's going to work all the way down to the bottom right corner. Nice. This is really nice the way this all interacts. Great work again by Scott. Now that's a 3 or 4, so this is down to 1, 2, or 3. Yes, 1, 2, or 3. Could still be a 3. 5 or 6 there. This could be 4 or 5, I suppose. That's annoying. This can't be 5 anymore. Oh, and we've got a 4, 5, 6 triple in row 6. So that's not 6. That's not 4 or 6. Oops. That's not 4 or 6. And it's also not 7 because we've got the 7. So that's an 8-9 pair on the ends of those two smaller thermos. Still got a 1, 2, 3 triple going on. Oh, that 3 is looking at that. 4. Sorry, that's been there for a while. That can't be 6. Oh, that doesn't prove what this is. These haven't been resolved at all. Ah, but regular Sudoku, 4 and 4 there gives us a 4 here. And that goes all the way back down to the corner, down to a 1. That 2, oh, look at this cell. It's less than 3 on the thermo, and it's not 2. So that's a 1. This has to be now at least 3, which isn't resolving those. This has become a 5 because of that 6. Still this V, it doesn't get resolved. 7, 8, 9, 6, 4. Ooh, 5 in the central box can only go in one cell. How peculiar. It goes in there. Yes, I should probably do some ordinary bits of Sudoku. So 6 is in one of those. That's 7, 8, or 9. Got a 1, 2, 3 triple going on there now, so that's 7, 8, or 9 as well. 5, 4. Oh, these can't be 1 because of the one we put in the corner. Right, that's a 2, 3 pair. 4, 5, 6. So 1 goes here. That one is 7, 8, or 9, like so many bits. That's a 2. That 1, 3 pair. That 2 sees this cell. Doesn't help at all. Although this now has to be bigger than 3 and can't be 4 or 5. So I've got every thermo cell marked with candidates. Aha, 5 is looking at that now. Doesn't get anything else done. That can't be 5 though. 1, 2. This can't be 1 nor this. One of them's a 5 as well. Okay, that's not 4 or 1. Oh, and there's a 3, 4 pair? Yes, that's working on this cell. Didn't expect that. Those can't be 3. Actually, neither can these. 8, 9 pairs still not resolved. 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in row 2. I can't see how to use that. 5, 1, 2, 7. No, I can't do anything else. Right, 1 is in one of those cells. 2, can't see where to use that either. 6 there. 8, 9 pair, I can't. Oh, 8, 9 pair takes 8 and 9 out of those cells. 6. In fact, that's 6 is seeing that and resolves that cell. It's a 7. That can't be 6 or 7. 7, 8, 9. 7, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, and these can't be 1. So 1 in the row is going to be in one of those two, in the column I mean, it's going to be in one of those two cells. This is some surprising. 3 is definitely in one of those two, that's a pair, so it must be up in one of those cells in box 3, so it's not there, and that's also not a 1, that's now a 2 or a 4. That's a 2, 3, 4 triple, so the 1 in the row is here. How extraordinary. 7, 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 pair now in row 5. That gets me 7 and 6 done. This is now a 7 because there's an 8, 9 pair in this box as well. That's not 7. We get an 8, 9 pair in the column. Still can't use that. I'm probably missing something very obvious acting on one of these thermos. That's, oh, sorry, in one of these columns. That's 6, 8 or 9. Actually, I do mean on a thermo. Somewhere on a thermo, there's something very clear has been ruled out and I can't see it. That's an 8, 9 pair, so that makes this one a 7, which still doesn't fix anything else. 2 or 3 down at the bottom. So what have we got in this bottom box? 1, 7, 6, 8, 9 triple, and 2, 3, 4, 5 quadruple. It's really interestingly patterned Sudoku now. 2, 2, so 2's up in one of those cells in column 7. Can't seem to use anything on the thermo to resolve. Ah, that 1, 2 pair says this could never have been a 1. So I should have spotted that when I was pencil marking it. Oh, I've just seen 6 can't be in any of those cells. So 6 is up there somewhere. 7 in column 1 has to be here. Doesn't get anything else done. 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. So the 3 in row 8 is in one of those two. 8, 4, 9 pair there, 2. Oh, this is a naked single. 8, 4, 9 in the column, 2, 1, 3 in the box, 7, 6 in the row. That's a 5. That means that the 5 in box 8 can definitely be placed here, and 5 in box 7, not in box 1, or in box 3, but that's definitely progress. 6 is looking at that, and finally we can get these tips sorted out as 9s and 8s, and I think these 8s and 9s are going to unwind all over the place as a result of that, which is a relief because they've been sitting there unresolved for some time. Now 2, 3 and 8 in column 3. I can't quite do those properly. 7, 9 is confined to the corners of box 9. That's not a 9. Oh, that's a 6. That's a given now. Thanks to the pencil marking. That can't be a 5. 6, 6, yes. 6 in box 9. It doesn't prove 6 in box 3. 7, 9. That can be 4 or 8. And isn't resolved yet. I should just be looking at something fairly straightforward. Now that's not 5 or 8, so 8 is up here somewhere. That 2, 3, 4 triple. 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So that's 6 or 9. No. 1, 2, 6, 7. 5 up there somewhere. Oh, that's been resolved as part of the 8, 9 unwinds. And that means 9 is sharing. Oh no, I put 8 in one of those cells, but it could also be there. So, yes, no, that's good. 8 in column 9. That's how I marked those as there, and that actually rules 8 out of here. Yes, 8 in this box is down in one of these two, which also proves that that is a 7. There we go, 7. That puts 7 here. All the 7s are done. Oh, this 5 has been looking at that cell for a while. So 1 and 3 is that pair. 6, 1, 3, 7. 3, 5, 2, 6, 7, 1. That's still 4 or 8, I don't know which. 6, 5, 7, 1. 7, 1. No, can't see what else to do there. Still not really using this 2, 3, 4 pair to its fullest extent. Ah, that 6 is seeing that. So we've got 8 and 5 to go on the outsides of column 2. That 9, though, has put a 9 down there and into box 9. 4, 8 pairs resolved, and I think we might now be on the home stretch finally. 3 and a 4 in the corner, 2 and 8 can go in as long as we've done it right. This is now working. 4 there. That gives us 3, 2, unwinds the last triple that we had going. This is a 2 to finish the column. The 1 and 3 have been resolved. 5, 8, 9 can go in that order. Yes, that's the 3. That's 2, 1 and 2. Finish off column 1 with 8, 5, 3. 2 more cells to go. 6 and 4. That's a really nice puzzle. I do love the way that those paired thermos especially interacted with each other across the whole grid. Very neat stuff from Scott, as expected, and really intricate little thermo puzzle there. Super work. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, and if you haven't, join Patreon, tried Scott's cracking the triptych puzzle, do give it a go. I mean, it's a bit harder, but it's very rewarding. Obviously, one very good reason to join Patreon. There are many others, as there are to subscribe to the channel, join our 1/3 of a million viewers, and thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.